back to the Hip Horse. Tommy D along with Johnnie Lowe. We're here live on YouTube and the Believe Network. Thanks for joining us. We're talking horse racing action across the country. We've been focusing on great 3-year-old racing. First of all, Johnny, how you doing, my man?
Doing okay. All right. We've got a little bit of a cold, so we're doing this Zoom meeting here, but we're hanging in there. We've been sitting around the house doing some studying, looking at some stuff, and we're gonna give some opinions here.
There you go. I like it. Being sick isn't always the worst thing when you can dive into some horse racing on your time off, Johnny. I hope you feel better, but let's first get into it. We have a winner of the Preakness Stakes contest, getting the first 1 and 2 place, had early voting in Epicenter right there, and they were a subscriber. That was the key factor there. So Kurt Ratliff, congratulations. Kurt Ratliff is the winner of the Preakness contest. Email teamhiphorse@gmail.com. It'll be down in the bottom there. Kurt, congratulations. Thanks for playing along, everybody. We will do one more contest for the Belmont guys. So free $50 gift card to Amazon. Nice job, Kurt. Johnny, let's do a quick recap of the Preakness. This is our first show since we did our last show. The Preakness 147 did not disappoint. What were your thoughts about this big race down in Maryland?
I thought it was a pretty quality race. The weather was it was super hot, scorching hot. I think it played a part in simplification bleeding. The horses are running now without Lasix in the stakes, which a few years ago they had Lasix. I don't know if that would have made a difference. But early voting went out there. He was aggressive early on, and he ended up getting the victory. He was weaving in and out down the lane. Looked like he was a little punch drunk, but he got there. Epicenter wasn't able to catch him. He had a little bit of trouble. He got boxed in on the rail, and people are, he should have been closer up. Hey, look, that was their strategy in the Kentucky Derby, was to stay back a little bit. I think that was their strategy in this race. And they got a rail trip. It just took a little while for it to develop. I mean, what can you say? I don't know if he was going to catch him. We don't know. So it was a nice race. Good job for early voting. That was a big win for Gun Runner as a sire. And Epicenter ran a nice second. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, Chad Brown doing a great job with this colt early voting. What a great win. And the race kind of set up for early voting. Wasn't too much speed like there was in the Derby. There was speed, but it wasn't that fast pace up front. So early voting, having enough kick down the lane to put the other colts away and the filly there. And we had early voting number 3 on the list there, Johnny, on the pedigree pick. So nice job. Chad Brown doing a great job with this colt, like you son of Gun Runner. Impressive race there. We have the Belmont 2 weeks away. There's a 3-week spread between the Preakness and the Belmont, 2 weeks between the Derby and the Preakness. So now we get an extra week to get ready here. Have you dove in to the Belmont yet? Is there any new horses that you're waiting to see that maybe didn't run in the Preakness, or have you got into this mix yet?
I've looked at the race a little bit. I think the big name in the race is going to be Rich Strike. Obviously, Rich Strike won a $163 payout. He's got a lot of people's attention, people that weren't paying attention before, and he didn't run in the Preakness. And so many people are coming up and asking me, how good is this horse? And I don't know. We'll find out in the Belmont. There is a few horses recently that won the Kentucky Derby that never won another race. We've got Nyquist, Always Dreaming. Technically Country House, I guess. He didn't really win the race, but I mean, he wasn't even involved in the inquiry. I mean, he had nothing really to do with, jockey objection. He the maximum security coming out didn't really involve him, but I mean, he won the race, I guess. So we're gonna see if Rich Strike joins that list, or if he joins a list of horses like Authentic, who came back and won the Breeders' Cup Classic. So it's a race right now that's shaping up to have. Doesn't look like as much speed. I think sometimes speed can be deadly at that 1.5 miles. So somebody might get brave out there. Maybe that's why Todd Pletcher's thinking about putting the filly in. Maybe he says, hey, you know what? I beat Curlin with rags to riches. I'm going to use a Curlin bred filly to go out and beat these horses. So, we'll see what happens. I think it should be an interesting race, and it should be a decent sized field. As of right now, I don't have a real strong opinion on any of the horses, though.
Yeah, we'll be coming back to this, Johnny, as next week we will get closer. And that filly you're talking about, Ness, trained by Todd Pletcher, Looks like it is heading towards the Belmont. As we know, we are shooting this 2 weeks in advance. We don't know what's going to happen, but it should be an exciting field. I think 9, 10, 11, hopefully get in the gate. Nice competitive field, and Rich Strike. Johnny, everyone's asking me the same question. Can this horse do it again? This horse came out of nowhere. If it goes back to its old form, I don't think it can win, Johnny, but you know what? Lightning can hit twice. Chad Brown, had pulled it off with early voting like he did with cloud computing in the Preakness. Can Rich Strike come back? I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if I'm a believer, Johnny, but we will find out. Let us know down in the comments. Do you guys think Rich Strike can come back and win? All right, Johnny, anything else you want to talk about the Preakness or Belmont before we skip on, before we look at a grade 1 stakes on Monday, Memorial Day?
Yeah, this Triple Crown Trail has kind of been, every year it's an interesting thing, and sometimes it's a little bit of a circus. Obviously, after that hot pace, it wiped out most of the Kentucky Derby field. Not a whole lot of horses want to run back, and a lot of them were taking breaks. Then we have the Preakness, where it was 94 degrees out there, and I think it sucked a lot out of the horses. So there's not a whole lot of horses that are going from the Preakness that want to be in the Belmont Stakes. And looking at it, I don't even see, I don't see any of the horses that are going to run at all three, which is kind of interesting. But at the same time, I think the races have been pretty good so far. I think the Belmont's going to live up to a decent betting race. It's going to be a race that should be on a pretty good card. One thing we usually see on Memorial Day is the Met Mile. We're not seeing that this year. They're going to put the Met Mile on the Belmont card, so that's one more really good race. There's a horse named Flightline that everybody's waiting to see run. He hasn't ran since December. He's 3-0, and you'd probably need a telescope to see the horse that ran second if you were jockey on him in all three of the races. So a couple weeks from now is definitely a day I think we can all look forward to.
Yeah, great call on Flightline. Big talk out here in California. This one is the top talk of the town in the morning, so one to pay attention to. But let's take a look at the Gold Cup at Santa Anita. Nice competitive race. I'm going to go down the field real quick, and let's see if we can give a winner out here. There goes Harvard, Royal Ship, Spielberg, Defunded, Stiletto Boy. We got a nice competitive field, small field, but competitive, Johnny. Your thoughts about here, the Gold Cup, grade 1, going 1 mile and a fourth on the dirt.
Yeah. So, looking at it, this isn't one of the more classic Gold Cup fields that we've ever seen. Obviously it's a short field, and there's only one horse actually in the entire field that's won a grade 1 race. Not in the United States, but in Brazil. And he ran second by a head last year to Country Grammar in the race. Country Grammar came back and obviously won the Dubai World Cup this year. So he does have a little bit of class. He's got Mike Smith aboard. And I think you're going to get a decent price on this horse. I think a lot of people are looking at Stiletto Boy on the bottom, who's been running in really tough races. He just came off a grade 2 win in the Californian against Express Train. Sadler decided Express Train's not going to be running in this race. He's going to wait for a Del Mar campaign. Maybe after that, the way he got beat by Stiletto Boy, maybe that was the deciding factor on that one. He ran against Life is Good and Nick's Go in the Pegasus Cup, ran a really nice third. He's been doing well. We've got Defunded in here, who's by dialed in out of a Touch Gold mare. He just won an 80,000 non-winners of 2, beating stablemate Triple Tap. I think that the 1.25 miles might be a little bit long for him, but Gunnevera did run second in the Breeders' Cup Classic to Accelerate, so maybe the stretch out will be good for him. Spielberg, I think, is way in over his head. He doesn't really have the breeding for the race, and the last time he ran 1.25 miles, he went from 6th by 3.5 to 5th by 8 to 4th by 10.25. I think he might want shorter. And then we've got the horse on the rail. There goes Harvard by Michael McCarthy, who he had Rombauer last year in the Preakness, and he does have some really nice horses. This horse's last race actually was 1 mile on the turf, where he won 80,000 non-winners of 2 there, going 1 mile on the turf, like I just said. But I don't see why this horse won't be able to do the stretch out. He ran 1.25 miles once. It was a maiden race at Churchill Downs, and he ran second to Happy American. No shame there. I think that we're going to take Royal Ship. I think Royal Ship is going to be the pick here. Midshipman out of a broodmare that was she's Brazilian bred by a French stallion. I think there's a little stamina on the bottom. He's ran the distance already a couple of times. One time didn't go too well at Pacific Classic, but the Gold Cup went well. He seems to be doing a little better at Santa Anita. He's 2 for 3 with a second place there. And coming off that layoff that he had from August to April, ran a 103 buyer, 1 by 5 lengths, beating Triple Tap. I think he's the horse to beat. I think him and Stiletto Boy are going to be the two, and I think Stiletto Boy is going to get the money. So possibly Royal Ship might have decent betting value.
Yeah, you might get some money. I like the call here. Richard Mandela winning 2 out of 3 starts at Santa Anita, Johnny. Royal Ship, like you said, nosed out in the Gold Cup last year in the Grade 1, has a Grade 2 victory in the Californian last year. So Royal Ship looking good. You get money. Mike Smith, as you said, Stiletto Boy, probably be the speed, put up a 105 buyer figure. So a lot of people are going to see that. And Defunded too also won last time out. So the only horse that didn't win last time out was Spielberg. So there's a lot of horses coming into the race. Really nice, Johnny. So this is a very competitive one, the Gold Cup, and we're going to go with Royal Ship as your pick. Is that right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Royal Ship. We don't have the morning line odds yet. I'm gonna guess we're gonna be somewhere around 2 to 1, 5 to 2, somewhere around there. I think would be a logical odds for that horse. If he's any higher than that, I think that's a value play at that point. If he ends up going off at 7 to 5, I think he might be a little bit overvalued. But I would assume he's gonna fall somewhere between 2 to 1, 5 to 2 in a 5-horse field.
There we go. I like it, Johnny. Some action on Memorial Day if you're going to be playing some horse racing at Santa Anita, a big one, the Gold Cup, everybody. And thanks for joining us on the Hip Horse, Tommy D and Johnnie Lowe. You're listening to us on the Believe Network. Make sure you review us, throw us a 5-star review, share us with your friends, anybody else that's into horse racing. And then if you're following us on YouTube, throw some comments down there, guys. We're here. We'll write back. We want to know what you guys want to talk about. And let us know if you think Rich Strike is good enough to win. Throw it down there and make sure to stay tuned for that Belmont contest winner. Another Belmont $50 gift card. And congratulations to Kurt Ratliff. Kurt, make sure you get a hold of us. We appreciate you being a subscriber and winning the contest in the Preakness. Anything else, Johnny, before we peace out of here on this Saturday?
Yeah, make sure you are a subscriber. We had another person that in the comments did get the winner and the horse that finished second place. We would have been you had a 50-50 shot at that point at winning that Amazon gift card. So do subscribe, because if you do participate in the game and you're not a subscriber, unfortunately that's a void participation. So make sure that if you want a shot at this $50 Amazon gift card, you subscribe. And when we come out with that Belmont video, you get your picks down in the comments, and hopefully you're the one.
Yeah, it does pay to subscribe, Johnny. Once again, Tommy D and Johnnie Lowe on the Hip Horse. We appreciate you. Good luck, everybody out there, and we'll catch you next time on the Hip Horse.